With each day passing, my wish list for upcoming releases this year grows longer and longer, both in an assortment of free-to-play games and games that you will actually have to pay for. I played the majority of these games and thoroughly enjoyed them all, and this was in their demo form. So hopefully, the addition of time over the next few months allows for a well-polished and well-loved release of the game that is able to gain a large audience that sticks around for a while. And like I said, this list is ever-changing. The other day, Neo 3 just dropped, and I am absolutely loving that game. But besides that one, here's some more that I'm interested in. The first game I'm excited about is The Path into the Abyss, and this is a game I've released 2 other videos on which will be available to watch on the channel, and are down in the description below. This game is labeled as a hardcore first-person open-world survival shooter, set in Buenos Aires, with a backdrop of cosmic horror, combat mechanics, dynamic AI, and looting. And as I described in the first video I dropped on this game is a mixture of a very dark, morbid Fallout and a Stalker, and it's absolutely amazing. The game has a horror and gritty atmosphere where monsters and enemies lurk around every building and alleyway, as you have to gather supplies, build alliances, and make sacrifices in order to survive. The game was beautiful looking, and although I needed to turn the brightness up on my monitor to like 70% or so because it's so damn dark, the game felt like a true cinematic piece of art. And the few missions that you had and the NPCs that you got to interact with along the way were pretty fun, even though there wasn't any dialogue communicating with them. It was nice that you could have them follow you and join along in the missions. The game has a lot to offer to a lot of people who are into the large-scale, open-world survival and base building type game. It's scary, it's fun, and something I feel like I can easily sink 100+ hours into over a week or two and just get absolutely addicted to this. So this is definitely one to keep on your watch list, and if you want to know more, then check it out on the channel. Another game that I'm excited about for this year is It Reaches. This game was a really fun and creepy first-person horror-based experience with outstanding graphics, and the concept of it creeped out both myself and my girlfriend. And the game had a fun assortment of puzzle solving and navigating the environment to survive while being chased by the monster, who looks like an NBA player's worst nightmare on defense. The visuals and atmosphere within the game are not only exceptional looking, but the game keeps you on edge, constantly waiting to be attacked, feeling like you're always being watched, always ready to be grabbed by what hides in this terrifying place. This is a game I hope comes out that's reasonably priced and has at least like 3 to 4 hours of gameplay in it, hopefully a little bit more than that, but usually if it's like $10 per hour of gameplay, like a $30-$40 game for this would be pretty fun if it's got a lot of content in it. So hopefully there's always a replayable mindset to it, or maybe not every mystery is unveiled on your first playthrough through it, and that the mysteries involved are something you may have to take a deeper look into. But this is one to keep on your radar. And if you're into games that are high action, brutal slashers, and they have a very fun and unique style to it that's kind of cartoonish, but also still violent, then maybe check out Tears of Metal. This is a game that when I played, it was one that I knew I would quickly get addicted to if it wasn't just for being a demo. I loved the look of the game, the action, the mechanical key components and movement of your character, along with the combat system. It was thoroughly done well and played like butter, and I ran into very little issues in order to play any of this. The idea of building your armies, improving your main characters, and forming strong alliances with those you battle alongside with to defeat the enemies that have overtaken your lands all make for a great experience. This is one I'm really excited for, and hopefully more about this universe can expand. Maybe it goes to the rest of Europe or something like that, because right now it is just Scotland and William Wallace and some of the other characters, but those were all locked in the demo. So I'm excited to see what those are. A few other games over the past few weeks that we've tried out and have thoroughly enjoyed and are waiting arrival include a mixture of co-op games, horror, survival, looting, and crafting to survive. Reanimal is a co-op horror experience that we got to play together, and it was truly a testament to the strength of our relationship, as one party would seem to overly panic at far too many of the scary parts and would cause us death. But I think that's what made it the most fun. The struggle the horror would cause us created a need for much more communication in an effective manner that would lead us to escape with our lives. And don't forget about a few of the upcoming dinosaur games coming out, namely Dino Blade and Claude. I played both of them for a few hours and I'm extremely excited for them, especially Dino Blade, which Dino Blade is a Dark Souls take with dinosaurs. I don't really think you could ask for anything better than that, but you know. And finally, one of the last games I really want to highlight coming out this year is a game called Ashfall. And this is a game that is very highly wishlisted, and it's expected to have a huge turnout on release. It is described as a game where AI has risen, and nuclear war has launched, ashes spread upon the ruins of civilization of humanity. You're tasked with the safety of leaving your vault to find a key that will save the world. So again, another post-apocalyptic shooter where you go on a journey, find stuff, build alliances, become more powerful, and just improve your character. I fear that there's going to be a lot of these games this year. Is the concept unique? No, but the point of these games is to be able to create a universe that will allow the players to immerse themselves, where you can get lost for what feels like minutes when it's truly hours. So in that sense, it is very unique. The scenes, enemies, and gameplay showcased looked out of this world, literally. And as time progresses, this is only going to get more and more popular. And with the rising popularity of Chinese games, as this was made by NetEase Games, we will see if there are any restrictions in the future to the United States player base, especially if certain political restrictions may continue on in the future. So that's really all I have to say. This list will change daily, to be honest, as more and more new games keep getting announced, and I'm just gonna keep getting more excited about them. Hopefully 2026 is a good year for gaming and not full of dog shit. But I don't know, sometimes they'll throw you a curveball that comes in and smacks you right in the left nut. I recommend checking out all the games that are down in the description below. And that's really all I got. I want to play Neo 3. I'm gonna go play Neo 3. Bye.